Yeah, so Chad Brown talked about this. He said, okay, he said, this is what happens. When you come as a rookie, they give you the big old book, and in the book, it spells out the program and it spells out when you're going to be tested. He said that if these NFL athletes get busted for marijuana, they either didn't read the rookie guide, their agent didn't tell them, or they just don't give a F and they have a real problem. You've got to be dumb to fail an NFL drug test on weed, plain and simple. And here's the thing. I know they're in these dangerous, the sports that very physical, but Vince, you and I can't smoke weed. We get random drug tested in my job, and I don't make $1 million and something dollars. So I want to kind of bump for these guys about how we should make it legal. But if the average Joe Schmo making 50, 60,000, and we get random drug tests, and we don't, go to work high or whatever, we don't, we know better than to pass a drug test. Come on now. What? you like sparking up?
What's Rich? What? I'm sorry. What?
Texas tie. Put it down. Put the weed down.
No, I hear what you're saying, dog. Seriously, I hear what you're saying, man. Like I said, man, you got to make choices. And if you got contracts like this on the line, you can put that stuff down for a minute. And plus, in the offseason, I think a lot of them don't even test, man. So
no.
There's all kinds of way around this. Actually, there's something in the chat room from Texas Ty here. Good guy out of Texas, Wichita Falls. And he is a white guy, but he says it real straight, man. He says, I feel for y'all, man. Never had to worry when I'm pulled over. I just hope we can work together to find a solution. This has to stop. Praying for my darker brothers and sisters. Back to sports. Well said, brother. And thanks for putting it out there, Ty.
Yeah, my boy Craig's one of my best friends, and we grew up together. And, Craig knows what's up. It is what it is, man. We all got to do better, and I just try to, as I'm getting older, too, I reflect on things differently. I just try to chill and just be realistic. When I'm stopped, if I'm stopped, I just try really to be like, okay, it is what it is. You're going to get
exactly.
Yeah, but I'm not going to continue to beat up on that. We all know that we're all humans. There's only one God and one perfect person. So to think anything otherwise is faulty.
And, everybody has valid points here, too. See, that's the other thing that we got to realize. People, I've had people talk about, oh, well, this isn't a problem, but yet these videos come out every day.
Yeah, they do.
I've heard some black people pretty much damn near say, hey, let's go after cops. Well, that ain't going to work. And I'm not down with that.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to find a way to come together, man. So with that being said.
Yeah, Texas Ty said he saw a meme talking about how Pokemon has gotten more people killed than weed.
You saw what happened to that Iowa football player. I called this last week. And, oh, by the way, it looks like we got a new person in the chat room there. Rupert, what's that? Rupert Housey. Welcome aboard, sir. But no, now here's the thing, because I meant to do that story Tuesday night. Yeah, University of Iowa football player, Iowa lineman, black guy playing that Pokemon Go, creeping around yards and whatnot, trying to catch his little Pokemons. Well, guess what? Popo got called on him.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, hey, sir, come on over here, hands up, interlock the fingers. Now, fortunately, in all seriousness, this one worked out. But, hey, man, if you black and you playing Pokemon Go, you better be careful.
I mean, and that's for anybody. I wouldn't just randomly roll up in somebody's yard, if I didn't know, wasn't aware of my surroundings. Seriously. It's just this whole Pokemon craze, but you know what? Anything to make money. I'm just mad I didn't come up with it, damn it. That's what pisses me off.
Exactly.
Let me see.
And Clay Davis is out there. If you're not careful, the media will have the innocent look guilty and the guilty look innocent, a quote by Malcolm X.
Grego said Le'Veon stated he guarantees he won't be suspended. Man, Le'Veon Bell needs to shut his ass up and sit his ass down somewhere.
Okay.
But anyway, we'll get on to that, a different story with.
No, you can talk about Le'Veon. Reggie he had a couple things to say about Tomlin tonight, but we're gonna actually save that for a different show. But Bell is needed on the field. You got to put Chronic down. And you got to – this is your profession, by the way, too. I know we're talking sports here on the Sports and More show on Spreaker.com, on the SME Network. But this is your job, okay? And if that's the parameters of your gig, man, you gotta do it, man, because I'm not passing up, if you're Von Miller, a $70 million signing bonus and just the puff of blunt.
Well, the thing is, too, is this is the same dude, and maybe a lot of people don't know this, that you can get a DUI for driving while you smoking weed. But you also can, DUI is driving under the influence. So even if you're on pain med, if you're on other things, but, dude, know the rules. Once you get into the program, know that you have to provide a working number or whatever, but I'm going to still wait to see it come out. My suggestion is he needs to shut the hell up and stop saying that he's not going to get suspended because he doesn't know, and instead of just being quiet, that's Le'Veon Bell. But that's what goes on over in Pittsburgh land. Very little discipline, but we'll get into that next week. Trust me.
Exactly. Well, I'm excited for football, man, as we move on to the NFL talk here. Training camp opens tomorrow for the Minnesota Vikings. I am very excited to see what our first-round pick Laquan Treadwell, he is ready to go. We really need this guy to kind of break out for us, and I know he's a rookie, but, man, if he can do half of what this cat is touted as doing, man, the Minnesota Vikings are really going to, we won the division last year, and I know all of our detractors say, you backed into it and all that, but, I mean, this year the Vikings can really send a statement to Green Bay because it's really Green Bay and the Vikings in this division. And, man, if our receiving core can put it together, we can get Teddy throwing that ball a little further downfield too. We got AP. And, by the way, it's going to be AP's last year up here in Minnesota. You heard it from the sports governor. But outside of that, Minnesota Vikings, a lot of positive vibes going on up here, Reggie.
Yeah, but when's the last time a rookie receiver's really done anything in the NFL? You're really asking a lot. I mean, it's not like a lineman or a linebacker. Typically, rookie receivers don't do very well. Running backs, decent, but receivers, not really. But I hope so. I think it's going to be between Minnesota and Green Bay. Hopefully your boys are competitive. Why have they signed anybody?
They've just like what they've been able to do. I mean, that's honestly it. That was brought up at many press conferences here over the past few weeks, Reggie. And that's what you're getting from the Vikings. That's why they've, in a sense, kind of stood pat, so to speak. So, we made the playoffs last year. One bad kick away, by the way, from going deep into the playoffs. So, building blocks are there, man. They just need the kickers to kick the ball through the uprights. And we need to get the ball a little further downfield on some of these deep routes. We got AP. We got Matt Asiata. We got a lot of good places on the offense and the defense. Vikings are poised to really do some big things, Reggie.
Man, hell no. Hell to the no. Do you want to put your money where your mouth is?
We'll talk about that off the air. I am the sports governor of Minnesota. I got to keep things legit. Oh, man. No. Reg, I'll be more than happy to take your ducats, man.
Okay. Let's get back to this chat here. Denise said she even makes $50,000 a year and she can't smoke because she's subject to random drug tests. I agree. So am I.
Yep, exactly.
Grego said Garoppolo threw some good passes today. Is Grego real? Is he serious right now? This is no pads, no defense. Everybody and their mama throw good passes. Grego. Now I'm curious as to how Garoppolo's going to be. I think he's going to be decent, but again, your boys, they some cheating Mickey Fickies anyway. So I'm sure that Garoppolo's got some film on everybody. So does it really matter with? And they're also banking on who's your new tight end they got over there? Is it Bennett? They signed some tight end that they're going to pair him with Gronk. He needs to work with his receivers. That's what Garoppolo needs to do.
Well, again, the Minnesota Vikings, future division champions, future NFC champions. Yeah, I said it. And I'll be more than happy to take your ducats, Reggie. I can't wait for football season this year. It's going to be a lot of fun. We got the new stadium up here. Vikings are looking real good. Defense looking pretty solid. Again, we are very excited to see what they can do. And it's going to be fun, man, because you know Green Bay is going to bring it.
My man Cedric says, drivers at his job with the city of Charlotte keep getting fired behind weed. Yeah. And notice how I just glossed over your Vikings because they're going to get smashed by the Packers.
Well, I see. Here comes the anti-Minnesota hate, by the way, on your sports governor, C. Mix, out of there. Talking about we need to sell the Twins to Vegas. Hey, C. Mick, your Cleveland Indians ain't done nothing just yet, so shh.
Grego said he changed his phone. Where is the uproar? Phones get NFL fans panties and wads right now. Is he referring to Le'Veon Bell? Oh, he must be talking about Tom Brady's cheating ass, that threw his phone away and smashed an iPhone. Right. Sure.
Rupert Housey says, I got my barber and he doubles as my weed dealer. Hey, one-stop shopping, man. I guess that's what it's all about.
See, Mick, my man Vince ain't going to bet any money on the Twins or the Vikings at Vegas. He ain't stupid.
Hey, listen, I'll look at some odds in Vegas on the Vikings. I mean, obviously the Twins suck this year. We know that. You guys keep rehashing this nonsense on the Sports and More show. But, hey, what do I expect from folks from Northeast Ohio?
My man Texas Ty said, as long as it's not Green Bay. And Clay Big Red Davis said, is the dome retractable? I think you and I had talked. It's not, right? It's just
no, it is just a steel structure. It is just a building that houses a football field.
That's dumb. I'm just going to tell you, that's how dumb. Geez. That's how dumb y'all politicians are. Well, why would you not? You might as well make it retractable. If you're going to spend $1 billion, you might as well go ahead and make it retractable.
First off, we're talking about Minnesota winners.
What about the Summers?
And you know what? Here's the thing. They did look at making it retractable. It basically would have added like another hundreds of millions of dollars to the price tag. And this stadium barely got passed, as it went through the legislature. So that was just an option that was taken off the table early because it was just too much to do.
Yeah, you know why? Because the rest of your team suck and they're shitty.
Oh,
So nobody wants to. Y'all barely have any money getting produced from your teams up there. Even your college program is horrendous. So of course y'all barely had enough money to spend on the stadium.
And you're an Ohio State bandwagon fan, right?
I'm from Ohio.
Now he claims Ohio. Well, let's get it straight here. You talk about the Gov having teams. Now, you're in Pittsburgh, you're Cleveland, you're Michigan, you're this, you're that.
It's either Pittsburgh or Ohio teams. So you got 3 different ones. You got the Cubs. What else you got? The Gophers.
Ski-U-Ma.
And then who else do you have there? What's your hockey team? You got all right. You got the Lynx that you like to gravitate to.
The only team that wins championships in this town lately.
I mean, seriously, man. And the point is y'all might as well go ahead and cough up the little extra money to get a retractable dome. How much more would it have been? Seriously.
That's a very good question here, and I'll jump online and see if I can find out. If not, I'll try and have it researched for next week's show. But it did, it added an amount. And look, the Twin Cities is a very liberal area. Taxes and sports stadiums, like it is in most of the cities across the country, Reg, is not a popular idea. It took this stadium, folks, and again, Vince Wright, Sports Governor, on the Sports and More Show with DJ Dollars and Cents here on Spreaker.com on SME. I just want to say and let you know, they have been arguing for this stadium for the past 15 years up here. It has been in just about every legislative session, and it has been booted out